Okay, so we want to find the area of the shaded region. Now, before we start dealing with the specific numbers in the problem, let's look at just a brief overview in terms of how we might want to approach the problem. Well, it looks like we're starting with a rectangle and then cutting out two triangles. So if we start off with the area of the rectangle, and then if we subtract off the area of the two triangles, that should leave us with what we're looking for, the shaded area. Shaded area. Okay, so let's start with the area of the rectangle. We're given, now let's see, we could use the yellow here. Excuse me. The rectangle measures 15 by 13. 15 on one side, 13 on the other side. So the area of the rectangle should be 15 times 13. And with the triangles, let's label this as, we could call this guy here triangle number 1, and let's call this one triangle number 2. Okay, so we need the area of triangle number 1 and triangle number 2. And just like area, let's put our formulas up here. Area of a rectangle is equal to length times width, and area of a triangle is equal to half of that, 1/2 times length times width. Okay, so or we could call it base and height, length and width, either way. So let's look at triangle number 1. There's a green one right here. Okay, so let's bring this triangle down here. This side is labeled as 5. Okay, so this is 5. Now, what about this side up here? Well, we know this. We know the whole, the horizontal distance left to right is 15 meters. 15 meters. And we also know that this is 7 meters. So if we bring that 7 meters down here, if this is 7 meters, then what must this be? What must this length here be? Well, if the whole distance left to right is 15, if the red portion is 7, well, the green portion must be 8, because 7 and 8 is 15, which means if that is 8 on the bottom, that means that's 8 on the top. So this side of the triangle is 8, and that's a right angle because it's the corner of a rectangle. Okay, so area equals 1/2 times the length times the width, or times the base times the height. 1/2 times 5 times 8. Well, 5 times 8 is 40, and half of that is 20. Okay, so triangle number 1, 20 square meters. And we still need triangle number 2. Okay, so triangle number 2, so that's this one right here. Okay, so again, same thing as the bottom. The 15 was split as an 8 and a 7. Well, here, if this is labeled as 8 meters, then the rest, which is the height of the rectangle, or the height of the triangle, we call this the base and this the height. Then the height has to be the other 7 meters. So let's bring triangle number 2 down here. Okay, triangle number 2. It looks something like this. Okay, so the height of the triangle has to be 7 meters. And then what about this side? Well, the same thing we did in the horizontal direction, we could do in the vertical direction. So this is a total of 13 meters. Okay? That's a total of 13 meters. So we've got 2 meters here. So that's 2 meters. And we've got 5 meters here. So that accounts for a total of 7. 5 on the top, 2 on the bottom. That's 7 total. So of those 13 meters, take away the 5, take away the 7, that leaves you with 6 meters. Okay? So this side of the triangle, we could call this the length, or we could call this the base. This is 6 meters. Okay, so for this blue triangle, say area equals 1/2 times 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is 42. Half of that is 21. Okay, so that's a 21 up there. So we have 2 triangles. One has an area of 20. So triangle number 1 has an area of 20 square meters, and triangle number 2 has an area of 21 square meters. Okay, so 20 and 21 is 41. And so now we'll take the area of the rectangle and we will subtract off the area of the 2 triangles. So 15 times 13, that's 195. And we're subtracting off the 2 triangles. 20 and 21 is 41. So we have 195 square meters minus 41 square meters for a total of, when we subtract 195 minus 41, we'll have 154 square meters. And that is the, let's do red here, that is the area of the shaded region. We started with the rectangle and subtracted off the 2 triangles. Okay.